and it works. So I found out a good camera angle for this. That's pretty dope. It's also bright as fuck. It's currently 8 in the morning, and just got off work, just got home. I'm like looking over here, but the camera's right there. I'm recording this on my phone, but I tried recording this video on my drive home, but good, the video just cut out, so but so I want to talk about a work story. You know, as my friends know, if some people know, I used to work at Sonic, and what I did at Sonic was I was a cook, and let me tell you, it was not fun. It was absolute utter hell. I still remember my first day. I get there and they're like, all right, Seth, you're gonna be training him. Teach him how to make burgers. Made burgers, kind of watched him. He's like, hey, if you ever get confused, there's just a chart right here. And then anyways, after a while, I learned burgers. I think it was like my second or third day I was able to just be on it by myself, but I struggled to keep up with the times. And then a couple months go by. So I get this job in September of my senior year, and a couple months go by, and I want to say it's, when did COVID hit? I think it was like March. March rolls around, I just turned 18, and COVID hits. School gets shut down. School year ends early. But this is when everything was closing. Only essential places stay open. And we stayed open. And surprise, surprise, when there's no restaurants around that are open, where does everybody go? Fast food. But guess what? A lot of fast food places also closed. Sonic was not one of those. So, summertime is the busiest time for Sonic as it is. And the summertime during COVID was awful. They had 8 of us in the kitchen. Okay? And you're like, oh shit. It doesn't sound that bad. You don't need 8 people to get stuff done. You have fryer side and you got burger side. And then pretty much what we did was somebody was on grill, somebody was supposed to be on the fryer, somebody was supposed to be on burger, somebody was supposed to be doing, well, 2 people were supposed to be on the making the stuff on the fryer side. So that's 5. There's 3 people. So you would think, oh, okay, they can just go clean or whatever. So we do that, and the system does not work, because what do you get when you get a bunch of horny teens in a small room together? A lot goes down. All the guys were in the kitchen, all the females were in the front. You get all the guys moving to the front because they want to flirt. And it was frustrating because I remember back one day, whenever there was like the full 8 people there, I was the only one. Well, it was me and Antonio. We were the only ones doing any work. Oh no, it was me, Antonio, and John. Because I remember John was there. And I got so frustrated. Like, I'm normally a very nice and very calm person. I flipped my shit when I was there during that summer. Okay? Let's just say after a while, I get there like at 5 and we close at like after midnight. But being myself, I start off on Expo, right? Which is just getting all these the orders. So pretty much when you're making food, you put it in a spot, whether if it's drive-through, it's gonna go on the top in either spots 1, 2, 3, or 4. And on the bottom, it's separated into 8 sections for the stalls. So the car hops can go take it out. So I was expoing, and then burger side was going too slow, so I hopped in on burger side. And I just let somebody else take over Expo, because we need to get burgers done, and At the time, I was probably like the best. I was becoming the best. That was like my one thing I was really good at. If you needed a burger done, I was your go-to guy. Like, I could get like 4 burgers out in under a minute. Shit was insane. I would just put in my headphones, just jam, and then it got so bad that I would be making the burgers while making the burgers. So cooking, making them, putting them on the table, and expoing, because the person that was expoing disappeared. And then there's just John and Antonio on the fryer side doing their shit. And it gets so frustrating because there's just, so that's 5 people just standing there. I got so mad, and I like yelled, went over to the back door, which is a thick metal door, and it's heavy, and the door is probably about that thick, so about like 2 inches thick. And look at that, there's a car right here. They're gonna try and reverse. Oh no, they're just, where are they going? Missed the spot. The spot's right here. Anyways, okay, she's gonna hit Jacob's car. She's gonna, just decides not to park there. That's fine. But anyways, I went to the back, punched that thing full force, and funny thing is, the girl I was crushing over, we ended up dating, so yay for me. I didn't pussy out on that one. But she's walking out of the bathroom, and that door is right next to the bathroom, and she watches it, and like, I was like, ooh, it's not good. But anyways, that was chaotic. And they're like, hey, you're the only, like, the manager was like, hey, you're gonna be cleaning. You're not gonna cook food. Everybody else is gonna be in charge of that. You're just gonna solely do cleaning. So the rest of the night got easy after that for me. And this was at like 6:30, like an hour and a half after I had already been in there. But yeah, it sucked, and it was busy. Like, every stall would be filled. The line would wrap around the building twice. And you're like, oh, it's just an exaggeration. No. I wish it was an exaggeration. That shit sucked. That lady just like walked up and she's like stared at me like, hi. But anyways, while all that sucked, it was nice because what we would all do after work, we would all hang out right outside, and we would just kind of chill, talk, smoke, do whatever. It was fun. It was a nice summer, you know, everything's closed and nobody was really able to go anywhere because we're all high schoolers and parents were freaking out at the time. This is like right when COVID first hit, so everybody was scared and we all just kind of hung out. We all became like a family pretty much. And I still talk to some of these people after it's been like 2 years now since I last worked there. It was fun, and we used to go on like truck rides. We would all hop in the back of Antonio's truck. We would just drive out into the desert. We would be in the bed, going down the road, going into the dirt, and we would just be flying. It was fun. I had some of my best memories were there. And then another story, he ended up becoming a manager, Nick. He was there when I first got hired, and then he quit or like left or whatever, and he ended up coming back, and he ended up becoming a manager. He was a terrible manager. Terrible manager. Nothing got done when he was there. And he played favorites. And if you know how that is at work, when a manager plays favorites, that shit sucks. I got the shit end of that. Him and I were chill with each other because we used to play games. Like, have you ever heard of a game called What Are the Odds? You know, pick a number between 1 and 100. We're pretty much 1 in 99. And you just say like, what are the odds that you go climb on the back ladder, and you have to do it, and we were gonna do it butt naked. And he's like, no, we're not gonna do that. And I was like, fine, underwear. He said 2. And what 2 is, if you say the same number, the other person has to do it. That's kind of how the rule works, just in general. If you guys say the same number out of whatever, it's just they have to do the task. So like we would be like, stick your foot into this bucket of grease, this box of grease, and we're like I think he said like out of 17. I ended up getting him. He had to shove his foot in there, and it was gross. And then but we did it. He said 2, and if you say different numbers, the person that asked the question, which was me, had to go and do the task. So long story short, I climbed the ladder onto the roof in my underwear after work. I had a crowd, people watching me. It was funny, and it was funny. Right after I got up, was about to go home, I was like, "Hey Nick," like just pulling up in the car, rolling down the window, and looked outside. And I was like, "Hey Nick, what are the odds you drive home naked?" And like I don't remember what he said. I think he said like out of 5, and we were like 1, 2, 3, 5, and I just drove off, and he ended up doing it because his girlfriend was there, and she confirmed it. And it's funny because I worked with this dude named Jared, and he's like, you're gonna drive home naked with Bobby Joe in the car. He's like, dude, she sucks my dick. It was funny when he told me that. But anything just like, oh, you're making fun of the dude, or like just whatever. No, that's literally how we talk. So guys, what are you guys doing? You guys like my anime shirts? This man always wore anime shirts. It was pretty much hentai. It was pretty much hentai. It was softcore porn shirts. But anyways, that's about it for right now. I have plenty of stories, and I will more than likely be telling more, because you gotta think, senior year of high school. I've been out of high school for a couple years now. I graduated in 2020. It's 2022. And I've had a job ever since. I got work stories out the ass. So if you want to hear more about Sonic, or if you want to hear either from my security, Walmart, the 1 week I worked at McDonald's, I'll throw that in there eventually. But I'll do that. But anyways, wanted to give you guys a different kind of video, other than like, oh, here's an update, and then have it be like a 3-minute video or whatever. I wanted to give you guys actually an actual video, so here it is. And I was trying to record this video earlier. I don't know if I already said that, when I was driving home, and I was sitting there just recording, looking at my phone, looking at the road, driving, right? After like maybe like 5 minutes, I was like, oh, I'm not even recording. And then my phone had a freak out, and I had to restart my phone. But I just pulled up, got home, did it safely, so had a goodish camera angle. But I got a lot of stories to tell from work, so I'll see you guys next time.